Glenn, Dave's behind the camera. We're the NC Beer guys. Welcome to another episode of NC Beer Buzz. We're very pleased today to be down in Southern Pines with the brand new out of the box Southern Pines Brewing Company. Brewing Company?
Yep.
Good. We're here with Micah, Jason, and John, and they are all three the co-founders. We'll let them tell us a little bit about how they came to be down here, what they do. And it's great being here. Thanks for having us down.
Well, thanks so much for coming today.
It wasn't a great long trip for us coming out of Raleigh, Durham. And in case you don't happen to know where Southern Pines is, you know, head east. I mean, yeah, it's east. Head south out of Raleigh, US 1, and you won't miss it. Right? Didn't know.
Perfect. Yep.
So for the viewers, where are we in Southern Pines? What's the address?
We're at 565 Air Tool Drive, Suite E, just north out of the downtown, right on the corner of May and Yadkin. Okay,
good. And so, how did this thing come to be?
Sure.
I mean, you guys were buddies.
Yep.
If you don't know, if you haven't read their background, there were some articles. They've been around a little while now. They served together. You Army guys.
Yep. I'd say all three of us have lived in this area for about 10, 11 years apiece, and we'd all served here in Fort Bragg in different capacities. And the last job we all had, we were in the Special Forces together, in the 3rd Special Forces group on the same team. Kind of got to this halfway point of our careers where we all had assignments or promotions coming up.
And was ready to commit or
it was going to be 20 years and in it to win it, or
let's
done.
see what else is out there.
Yep.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And the whole idea, you know, we'd homebrewed before, and it's something we enjoyed doing, and the social aspect of it, and it started throwing around the idea of, we talked so long about how Southern Pines would be the perfect community for a craft brewery.
Because you were right at Bragg, so you kind of knew the Southern Pines community.
Exactly. We've all lived out in this area for a while. And it's such an eclectic foodie area. There's no big box chain things here in Southern Pines.
And there wasn't a brewery.
There wasn't a brewery.
So
exactly.
It doesn't hurt to be the first one out of the box, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like you go in Wake County where there's 17 or so now.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have just the guys down in Aberdeen being your only competition so far.
So far.
That won't last long, I'm sure.
No, I'm
Well,
sure.
you know, I think that the cool thing about the craft beer community is that, like, we're not really competing with each other. We take from, you know, the big guys and then international, domestic stuff.
And we're all racing the whole boat.
Right.
So we're all reaching people that never have had the craft beer experience, and they're learning about what craft beer is. And the more people out there pushing the beer at them, and we're such a small population, a percentage of the population of beer drinkers now.
Still 7.8%.
There's plenty of room for everybody.
Oh, absolutely. And then, like, you know, the more breweries, the more you breed a craft culture, the better it is. And it's just a great community to be a part of anyhow.
So the decision was made all at one time? Everybody was to go all at once, or did somebody commit first? And
Pretty much all around the same time, yeah. It was more like we started planning it. We were like, oh, there can't be any hurt in just planning this thing and see where it goes. And
you all had a shitload of money?
No. I wish.
So
Even less time. So.
Not too much business, but I mean, you had to go out and get some investors or get some loans, or you just...
We got a loan from PNC Bank, Patriot Express loan. Actually got it the last day or the day before last, before they shut the program down.
That's great.
VA backed, and it was a local guy, Patrick Berry with PNC Bank, that kind of believed in us at first.
And that's great.
And then we kind of tilted the couches upside down.
Sure, I'm sure you're all in. I mean, you're all in.
We're all in.
Right.
But just, you know, for us to feel like, the three of us were 33.333% repeating owners, and to be able to, we make the beer, we distribute, we make the business decisions for it.
So this
awesome.
is it.
This is it. And it's incredible.
And that's empowering.
It is.
I mean, you're controlling your own destiny.
Exactly.
There are some market factors out there, of course.
And some loans and other things.
But how you respond to those market factors is what's going to make it or break it for all three of you individuals and your families. And you know, it's a big undertaking. It's a big commitment. But what better way to be making your life than something you enjoy?
Absolutely.
So you're not beholden to anybody else, and you're also not working for demand.
Right, and with that, I think it shows a lot in the brewery. Like, this place is owned by brewers, so we're able to make the fiscal decisions.
So everybody brews,
and
knows something about brewing.
Exactly.
And you guys all went to Asaba together, or all went, or
the two of us did. John and I did a lot of the upfront. You know, Jason was
somebody had to
focusing
stay
on
here and work, you know,
learn how to figure out accounting and everything.
And then you drank your way through the West Coast, I heard.
Pretty much, yeah. That's
the real beer experience.
In an RV. So.
In an RV, yeah. That's a fail-safe
plan. That was work?
Well, that's why we had somebody holding down the fort back here. We called it work.
I see. All right.
No, going out to White Labs was phenomenal. The time we spent out there taking the Essential Quality Control course was the first time they'd done it at White Labs. Lynn Kruger came out, the president of Siebel Institute, to help teach it with Chris White. Just phenomenal, not only in the learning the microbiology and chemistry behind brewing, and really helped to set up a lot of the processes, the ability to test inputs rather than just an output. It's too late at that point.
Right.
And then seeing the San Diego craft beer scene was huge for us. I mean, there's such a developed market. It was incredible. And,
shows you a lot of what we can all aspire to be one day.
Right, absolutely.
So what can we expect out of the brewery? As far as, is there going to be a mark on all the beer that comes out of here? Can be something that we know comes from here? You can work across all the styles, or what's the hope?
I'd say, I guess we started with, right now we're doing 3 flagships in a rotating season. Our 3 flagships are Duck Cook Cream Ale, our Man of Law IPA, it's an American IPA, and then our Plowman's Folly French style saison farmhouse ale.
All right.
Additionally, as we rotate through these seasonals, what we're trying to do is put brand new brewery. These are what we're guessing are going to be our flagships. We've had great response from them, put a lot of time into them, but we're also trying to put new beers out on the market and see if we get a great response from one of them.
Are we still educating the community here about craft beer?
Absolutely. The Sand Hills is a very underdeveloped craft beer area, but there's still a lot of people that aren't drinking craft that could or should be drinking craft.
Or will.
Yeah, or will.
Once they know, they will like it. So what's your gateway?
It's the Duck Cook. That's our gateway, and that's our best-selling beer right now. And that's the reason we did that one as the first beer we
produced.
Because
that's comfortable to people coming from a
non-craft. It tastes like beer.
It tastes like beer.
It tastes like beer.
It tastes like what they think is beer.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep. And it's it's been an incredibly positive beer in this market for us, with the military community, the golf community, and older population. I mean, it tastes like something they're familiar with. We intentionally use some Czech sauce hops, give it some Pilsner characteristics, and it's been a great beer and opened up a ton of doors and a lot of restaurants here that I don't think we would have had a tap otherwise.
So I don't know how much I said earlier on. We've been soft open for a while, a couple weeks or more. I don't really know.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, and we're heading toward the grand opening this weekend. So that could be a big splash. Big deal. You got events going on. What's happening this weekend?
It's going to be a bouncy house, so I think it's going to be a pretty big deal. So.
All right. Good.
No, we have a number of bands coming to play, food trucks, 2-3 food trucks, and beer. So
and you'll always have some kind of events going on. It's going to be a little bit of an active kind of place, drawing people in with different. We live music every once in a while.
And some food trucks on. I think we should have a.
There are food trucks in Southern Pines. I don't really know.
There's some in Moore County.
Okay.
And we have one I think that's going to start coming every Friday and spend Friday, leave it over here and be here Friday, Saturday. So definitely plan events around food. We have. One of the fun things about our brewery, I think, is that we have our large production system, the beers I talked about, but we have this small pilot system that we use for taproom beers and to do kind of these eclectic.
So we can do some small batch stuff.
So to be able to do release around, for example, the Berliner Weiss that we have going right now.
We have a saison aged on Brett right now with some locally procured peaches, and then after that we're doing a bread infused porter.
So the people that are more moved on the continuum, there's also going to be something new and different for them.
Exactly.
So you're building your population, of course, your supporters, but even they'll be joining and getting something new besides what they've always had when they came in the door.
Right. At the taproom, we've already seen a movement away from like the cream ale to like our saison or things like that, or porters and some stouts.
So it's already happening.
It is. Yeah, I mean, our saison is probably on the distribution side has been our flagships, the least popular beer, but we're selling the most of it in the tasting room.
Okay.
And I say like the gateway beer is important because it's a gateway to something, and it's all these other beers that we're excited about doing here in the tasting room.
So we want to talk about capacity, production capacity, but when you mentioned distribution, you're putting your beers out in the marketplace now, so we can get the Southern Pines product not only here in the tap room.
I don't know.
You've got some local accounts.
There's about 60 taps around town right now.
Oh, great. Okay.
So we're busy.
Distribution plans, what are you thinking? Is it going to be bottles, cans, or what are you hoping?
We're looking at cans. I think cans is the way the majority of the craft beer industry is going for a lot of great reasons. We had a pretty long thought out process of why. I mean, lower DO levels, lower light levels, they're more environmentally sustainable, everything.
Portable, go to the beach, beer.
The golf courses.
Recyclable golf courses, that's right.
We've actually been talking to a couple of mobile canning lines, and I think we'll most likely start out that way and just allow us to get into that market, see how it goes, work on some branding.
And expand your accounts outside of Moore and Lee County.
Exactly.
So we're going to be drinking some Southern Pines stuff in Raleigh, maybe?
We already have it out there.
Okay, good.
So I think...
so where can we get it? So
Wine 101 has us on tap continuously, and then we're in Crafty, both locations of their facilities. And then
Bottle Rev just
a rotating tap.
Yeah,
Bottle Rev has a tap takeover going on right now.
Very good. That's good. So what's great equipment? What's the production capacity? What's the equipment like? Explain the equipment.
Oh, so we got a 15-barrel brew house. We have a 20-barrel mash tun. We oversized it so that we're able to do some higher gravity stuff and still maintain a 15-barrel batch. There we have 5 30-barrel fermenters, all from Premier Stainless, which is just a phenomenal brew house company. And then 2 30-barrel brights. And then on our pilot system, we have a 2.5-barrel direct fire pilot system with 4 2.5-barrel fermenters and a 2.5-barrel bright.
Great.
I think one unique thing that we ended up going equipment-wise is we added in a Siemens reverse osmosis filtration system.
Okay.
And as you look at some of the ways we've just decided, with plans for growth in the future where we are now, we have a 45-barrel hot and cold liquor tank, and this, our Siemens RO filter can fill one of those 3 times in a day.
Right.
And as we look at future production capability and the ability to have water on hand,
so we can grow this
definitely
equipment.
And we oversize all of our infrastructure on purpose.
So you didn't do what some people do, which is pinch every penny, start small, and then immediately decide, oh, I started too small, I can't meet production demands.
We pinched pennies, but we tried lots of pinches.
But you went size enough that it should hold you and sustain you for a while.
Absolutely, and we oversized. We did an emphasis on oversizing the infrastructure to see the brewery that we want to be at in 5 years.
Right.
So that way we never have to tear down, never have to have a lull in production.
If you look at our size of our cold room there, our cold room fits almost 1,000 kegs on one half of it.
Okay.
And way more than we need right now, but as we look at growth, you look at the glycol lines up in the ceiling with the T-valves already in them, we can just start setting in tanks.
You've done it right, and you've benefited from the fact that a lot of people are figuring out now how to do craft beers correctly.
Exactly, and a big portion of that was just looking at all these breweries out in San Diego and them telling us, hey, if we had to do it over
we do it this way,
exactly
this time, next time.
Or look at the curb I put around the back side of the brewing floor here, and now we have the curb.
Yeah.
And little things that you might not would have thought, or some consultant might not have thought to tell you.
And having this building set out as a blank slate for us, it was open from end to end.
What's the square footage?
6,500.
Okay, and like a 2,500 tap room?
Well,
or?
65 altogether, so around 5,000 at the back and the rest of the front.
Okay.
And
beautiful tap room. You're not going to see that on camera right now, I don't think. Dave might get a cutaway shot or 2. But the tap room is beautiful. We're going to sit down later and drink some beer on camera, so we'll see the tap room then. So has it been everything you thought it'd be so far? I mean, I know it's still all exciting. It's too new not to be exciting.
Right.
Yeah. But we hear all these stories about the heartache. People just make the decision, make the commitment, even get their funding right. But getting open seems to be such a, with permits and equipment, was that the struggle that we hear?
We saw some delays, like for example, the tasting room. We're not necessarily, like we're supposed to open, like we were hoping for the U.S. Open, hoping for July 4th.
And it was
that like hoping versus realistic? Not sure, but it really turned out to be a blessing in disguise.
Because you ready when you did
we were a production brewery. We were able to focus on the wholesale aspect of it and kind of start figuring out what worked, what didn't, kind of work out the bumps in the road for us.
Before you had to worry about retail.
Before the retail came up. So it all worked out in the end.
I mean, and on paperwork side, I mean, we had our TTB done about 3 months before, early. No, I mean, EBC is easy to deal with. The city has been so excited about having a brewery.
Oh, that always is so important. They've been supportive and not working against you.
No, they have gone out of their way to help us out.
Right.
They're ecstatic to have a brewery.
Right, that's what you want to hear.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not the way everybody is when you go to some of these counties.
Yeah.
Let's say outside of the metropolis areas.
Yeah, and I think the entire state's coming. I think nationally, North Carolina is being known as a up and coming craft beer state. We're having a lot of amazing stuff come out of North Carolina.
Well, and the people on the other side are recognizing the economic development that can come to their city, their county, from the tax base and from supporting what used to somewhat be a no-no alcohol kind of thing. Right. They're getting over some of that because $1 will make a lot of minds change.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. And everybody gets great beer.
That's right. Thanks for having us in.
No, thank you so much for coming.
We wish you the best of luck. And to all our viewers, you've got to find your way down to Southern Pines, come to the tap room, or if you're in your favorite bottle shop or bar, at least ask if you don't see it on the menu. Say, why don't you have the Southern Pines product? Or see if they do, and then get you one. So I'm Glenn, Dave's behind the camera. Until next time, we're the NC Beer Guys. This has been another episode of NC Beer Buzz, and remember, drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina.